bonnet partout, emplit mon cœur de joie. Lorsque je rêve pas.
She wheels. Maurice, you're fatter. And you are thinner. Jeannette! 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 Look.
Charles, oui. Comment êtes-vous revenu? Vous êtes un méchant. Vous n'écrivez pas, vous disparaissez.
English, Mama, English.
She loves you in French. We all miss you in any language.
It does not look well.
That means she wants to feed you. You're away too long. Almost 2 years, huh?
Thanks, Maurice. You remembered.
Bourbon straight, water on the side. You and Mr. Campbell. Only people who speak English would put things like that in their stomachs. You're back on business, perhaps?
No, just to see my little girl.
Oh, little ballerina. She did not go back with you?
No more for me, thanks.
The world has changed.
Yes.
It's not so crazy anymore like it was after the war, huh? You remember? We had much laughter together, eh, Charles?
Maybe we had too many laughs, Maurice. For a very big, very cold bourbon and water.
No bourbon, no gin, no cognac, no anything.
How will you celebrate?
For me, I keep the Penuh.
For you and me.
That lady over there, how do you say, she gives you the eye.
That one? She's not even smiling at me.
The eye without a smile is the most dangerous eye.
Excuse me.
Charles!
Claude! Oh, I knew you'd make it.
Oh, but you, I was afraid that...
Nah, don't you know the bad characters never die in a war? Excuse me, I saw my old friend and I...
This is my dear and crazy friend, Charles Wills. Miss Ellsworth.
Miss Ellsworth.
Marion, please.
American? You've been here all through this?
Oh, we never left. Dad and I stayed on in an occupied France, Leon mostly. How do you know Claude?
Oh, he was an observer with our outfit. Happened to see him since D-Day in Normandy.
I parted company with U.S. Army after Saint-Lô.
Back into the FFI?
With the General de Gaulle.
Quite a coincidence meeting here.
Well, if I hadn't seen you in the mirror, I thought some stranger was giving me the eye.
But no, I didn't see you.
Am I interrupting anything important?
Well, Mario and I,
You must have influence around here. You have a drink.
Power of the press, ma'am. Let's see what my influence and lots of money can accomplish. Maurice!
I've got a better idea. Let's go to my father's celebration.
Well, where would he get enough whiskey for a party?
You don't know my father.
To fathers.
To men.
to Frenchmen.
My boy, you have a thirsty look in your eye.
Oh, does it show?
Maybe it'll go away if you have a drink.
André!
And who have we here?
Charles Wills. He's a reporter for the Stars and Stripes. This is my father.
How do you do, sir?
A reporter? We don't need a reporter. We need a bartender here.
I like this here because it seems to be the only place in town where you can get a drink.
And do you know that all these people came to precisely the same conclusion?
What is Helen doing here?
Hi.
What are you
doing here? Well, the fact of the matter is...
Your sister has made me very proud. We couldn't tell you the good news before, but Helen has been expelled from the university.
What? If we're going to have a scene, either ask this young man to leave or introduce us.
Marion, please.
Helen.
Oh, now, look, let her alone. After all, I was expelled from Harvard, wasn't I? Why shouldn't a girl follow in her father's footsteps?
Excuse me a moment.
I'll talk to you later.
I have a feeling she'll be talking to me, too.
Name, please?
Charlie something or other. He says he's a bartender. Oh, yes.
Charlie what?
Wills. I wish I were a bartender, a nice civilian bartender.
Puis-je vous offrir un peu de champagne?
Oh, merci. Voulez-vous me prêter votre verre?
Bien sûr.
C'est bien, amigo.
Si vous ne restez pas trop longtemps absent.
I told him we knew each other.
Well, we do in a way. We were only kissing an hour ago.
We were? Let's see now. You were one of the ones at the Ritz bar. Et toi? Place Vendôme. I know. Near the Dingo Cafe.
You do remember.
No. It's the only other place I ran into more uniforms today. Are you rich?
No. Does that finish me off?
No, but it does slow us up a little. We're not rich either. We just live that way. Daddy says it's the same thing, only it's much cheaper.
I think I like him.
That's good, because he'll try to borrow money from you, and I don't want him to be disappointed. I like the way you kiss him.
Really?
Dear, I'm afraid I've underestimated the alcoholic capacity of our guests.
I'll only be a few minutes.
Get the bartender here to help you. Say, Wills. Are you one of the wealthy Willses from Maryland?
This way, Lieutenant.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Where are you from?
Milwaukee.
Would you help me?
Sure. Noted for good beer, women with lovely legs, and practically no millionaires. And you?
New York till I was 12. Then Daddy moved us to Paris. When the Germans came in 1940, I was sent to school in Switzerland. That's where the loot's kept.
No.
Daddy put it there so the Germans wouldn't drink it.
Very resourceful man.
And lots of fun.
Is he?
That's his 11th commandment, having fun. Especially now. He says that after a war, everybody should always be gay and have fun.
Isn't your father a little old for this war?
Oh, he wasn't in this one. He was in the 1918 war, and he's been celebrating ever since. But now that the war in Europe is over, what are you going to do?
Try to stay out of the war in the Pacific.
That's very sensible. That ought to be enough to tame the tiger.
Wondering what had happened to you.
Nothing. Yes.
Everybody's waiting to meet you.
Well, I've really got to report back to the paper for some sort of story.
Oh, can't you stay just a few minutes?
I'm sorry, I've got a deadline.
Oh, Lieutenant, don't take the party with you.
Oh!
That's a nice laugh. Do you think someday soon we might be rich?
Could you come back later?
All right, I'll try.
Better yet, I'll meet you. You call and tell me where.
All right.
Hello? Who is this, please? Who? Oh, Helen. This is Charlie Wills.
No, no, Charlie, the bartender.
The army bartender?
That's right. Could you give Marion a message, please? Tell her that the lights of Paris go on tonight for the first time since the war began. Well, she wanted to meet me. At the Arc de Triomphe, right by the shrine for the unknown soldier. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
Are you supposed to pick voice?
No, but...
It's ordinary, you know. Except there never really would be a last day. You're too serious. Make that nice smile. That's better. I don't care if you're not rich.
Have to do this, my boy?
Oh, yes, he did. He's trying to make time with me. Dad!
What is it, animal or vegetable?
Powdered eggs! Chocolate!
You shall not go unrewarded, my boy. Come to think of it, your generosity shall be repaid this very day. Now,
Good morning.
good morning.
Look,
Hi.
meat, eggs.
About the powdered eggs, you see, they look something like
Never
eggs.
mind, we'll cook them in sherry. That'll make them taste like it.
Helen, please, I wish to make some small token of appreciation. Charles, my boy, a golden opportunity awaits us. Now, the question is, are we equal to the challenge?
Well, what is it, sir?
Benedictine in the 4th race today. He'll go to the post at 10-1. At 1 3/8 he can't lose.
Why not?
It's a trade secret.
Daddy means he has a hot tip, right?
Another hot tip?
Look, we have less than 2 hours to become wealthy.
I think I can come along. I'll make a phone call.
Excellent. Now, if we pool our resources, what is your capital, my boy?
About $40.
Let's see, that means if we pool our resources, we have $40.
What a pity.
Maybe I can borrow some.
Don't you do it, Charles. He'll keep you as broke as he is.
Opportunity, my dear, is concerned with the future, not the past. Look, if it's collateral you're worrying about, I happen to own oil leases in Texas that are worth, well, you know, Texas.
Oh, Daddy. The oil leases are a family joke. Plenty of leases, but not one drop of oil.
Charlie,
What?
I feel lucky today.
I'll see what I can dig up.
I have the utmost confidence in the courage and ingenuity of the United States Army. To horse, my boy, to horse. Destiny hates a laggard.
The paper said the
Don't be nervous. Daddy's really very brilliant.
Well, what could possibly make me nervous? If we lose the race, I'll owe half a year's pay. The money belongs to 4 captains who fought their way out of Bastogne with their bare hands.
We won't lose.
Well,
Did you bet it all?
every penny, and at 12-1.
Why did the odds go up?
The suckers think that Benedictine will lose. What can you expect of agnostics, my boy? Over this way, what?
Which one is Benedictine?
Number 4. He lay back for the first half mile.
He looks scrawny.
Lean, my boy, lean and ready and fit.
Who gave you this tip? Miss Benedictine.
Running beautifully.
Where is he?
Sixth, in perfect position.
Benedictine.
Seventh. He's outsmarting him.
Helen.
I think I'll buy a new dress with my share of winning.
Why should that surprise you?
Not so much surprise as relief.
You know, at 12 to 1, that makes your share.
Maybe there's another race fixed today. If you
Fixed race, my boy.
You mean this race wasn't fixed?
You've been reading too many crime novels.
There was no hot tip either, was there?
Well,
You just picked a crazy long shot out of a hat.
intuition and experience, my boy.
But we could have gotten killed.
It's a wonderful way to make a living, isn't it?
This is the American Forces Network in Paris. A pall of black destruction and chaos still hangs over Hiroshima. Events are now moving swiftly. The president of the...
Hey, Marie, you hear the news?
First things first.
It'll take more than one bomb to end this caper. One will get you 20, it's over in a week.
Will you cover $60 for it?
You got it.
Don't do it. Barney just came from the office. Japan offered to surrender here.
What?
Where can we let the emperor stay in his throne?
When are we going home? Charlie wants the dope on discharges.
Well, if you start right now, you're already behind 10,000 other guys.
I have to get right back to the office.
All right.
I tried to phone you.
Don't ever phone if you can possibly come yourself. And don't ever leave if you can stay.
Maybe we can meet for late supper or something.
Pussy. Is it really over, the war? Because I want to buy you silk shoes, silk socks, silk shorts. Oh, darling.
Taxi!
What'd you do with my umbrella?
I had it when I started over here and stopped a second. Must have lost it. You've got a special edition coming out.
You better hurry.
I'll get you a taxi first. Taxi!
Now you stop fussing about me.
Will you wait for me?
I think I'll go home early and give Daddy a shock.
But in this rain.
I may not be able to cook and to sew, but I really can find myself a taxi. It's the first thing I learned at finishing school. Now you go on ahead.
You're a girl after my own heart.
Make no mistake about it. I'm after it, all right.
I phoned and I said I was all right for visitors. Did she get my flowers?
Every day,
All my messages?
every one.
Can I go in now?
Charles,
What? feel?
The nurse answers all the stock questions.
The patient improves, but it is required not to really hurt.
I was going to ask her to dance, but I guess that's out, huh? I was expecting a younger, more attractive nurse.
She's the fourth in 2 weeks. Daddy's a pincher. For heaven's sakes, get that guilty look off your face.
I lost your umbrella. I gave you the flu.
Don't be silly. It was raining. I got wet, so I got the flu. And it's not your fault. I was wondering how you'd look out of uniform. Even better.
It's my fault.
I would have caught this anyway. I catch cold even from weather forecast. Thank you for the lovely flowers.
Oh.
What's the matter?
I don't know. You look so pale and sweet and faceless.
Remember, the nurse is right outside that door. Not that I'll call her.
One thing I learned these last weeks. I love you.
You loved me the first day.
I did.
You sure did. We should have told each other then. Look at all the headway we could have made.
For the first time in my life, I wish I had lots of money. Oh, money.
Daddy says it isn't what you have, it's what you owe.
I don't even owe enough.
And what are your prospects, young man?
Prospects? My old job on the news at $65 a week.
Please. I'm only supposed to think beautiful thoughts. Doesn't DuPont or General Motors need a president or something?
Oh, the Paris office of the Europa News Service needs a reporter. It doesn't pay as much as a New York job.
But you don't need money to have fun in Paris.
Well, I've been working on a book. I should get back to the
Why
States.
can't you write your book here? Oh, Charlie, darling. Please marry me and let's stay here, please.
Oh, it sounds wonderful. Isn't it a little crazy?
Yes, it is crazy. If you had any sense, you'd walk right out that door and never see me or call me again. Maybe send back my umbrella and call it quits.
But I haven't any sense. No sense at all.
You have no sense. I have a 1-degree temperature. If I were 98.6, this would never happen.
Forgive me, but I'm rather enjoying playing the anxious father. After all, it's Helen's first marriage, you know.
Only marriage, sir.
Tut, tut. No arrogance, please. Helen tells me that you're a very serious-minded person. You know, both feet on the ground, hard-working, industrious.
Well, I try to be, sir.
I tell you frankly, these are not the qualities I'd hoped for in a son-in-law. I'll go even further. They're not the qualities to make Helen happy.
Oh, well, sir, I'm going to work in a Paris news agency. I'll be surrounded by carefree, irresponsible characters. Some of it's bound to rub off on me.
Well, let us hope so. Tell me, do I strike you as being an unusual father?
You certainly do.
It's a very straightforward answer. Try to overcome this tendency. You understand, of course, that I can't afford to give you a large wedding.
I don't care for one, thanks.
Care for a drink?
Oh, yes, I love one, thank you.
it's too bad. You know, I'm getting a little low on this stuff, and I was...
Oh, that's all right.
Here you are.
Oh, thank you.
Do you know what you're getting for a wedding present?
Well, Helen told me what not to expect.
My dear sir, you are getting the old family joke. 4,000 acres of invaluable oil land.
Thank you very much, sir.
Not at all. You know, after all, it's not bad being an oil baron, even if there's no oil. Huh? Well, did you give Helen your permission?
I had to give her my permission.
Huh?
Claude has asked me to be the mother of his children.
Really? That seems a bit irregular, doesn't it?
Dad, Claude has asked her to marry him.
Oh. Well. Then I suppose I must kiss you.
You say best wishes to the bride or congratulations to the groom? Or which way is it? I've forgotten.
You just go ahead and kiss each other. What did you put into that kiss?
Well, why don't you come here and find out?
Helen getting married, Marion getting married. A father abandoned in middle age. What man could ask for more?
Give me a rewrite of that, will you?
How you feeling?
Pretty good.
Good. That beard looks good.
Oh, Charlie, if you're getting around and asking for money, not a chance. I haven't got a franc. If I had any, I wouldn't give it to you anyway.
The prices aren't going up here like in the States.
Neither are the white
Fellas, please.
I got a wife and baby waiting in the hospital. I need $500 to get them out of hock.
Why don't you leave them there? It's the healthiest place in town.
You can make jokes. You're not a father.
Oh, I don't know. All the returns aren't in yet.
How about it, Your Highness? Nothing like a hot tub after a long day's hauling, is there? Ah, there. Look at those legs. Will your regular man give her? Forgive me, Highness. This is not the folly preserved. I beg your forgiveness. What can you expect from the common herd, my lady? Huh?
Oh, merci, Monsieur Azuet. Je vais sécher et habiller le bébé maintenant.
Whoa!
Well, I have good news.
Fine. Where's Helen?
Charlie?
Oh, how's Marion?
She's fine.
Well, it's fine. Hiya, Fatso.
Fatso is right. Look at me. Bulging out of my own clothes.
I happen to be insane about each and every bulge. Where's Vicky?
Being bathed.
I just can't help it. You look exactly like you. Then I'll be surrounded by beautiful women.
That compliment and a martini would just about square you for putting me in jail for 9 months.
Martini coming right out.
Sharp.
Yes, Claude.
I was appointed to the prosecutor's staff today.
Well, what about your private practice?
But this is more important. There are many collaborators who must be brought to justice.
Sure. And the lawyers who defend them will get rich, and you'll get convictions and be broke.
Ta-da! Gentlemen, the Queen.
Hello, Highness. Well, what happened to her hair? She had some yesterday.
Wishful thinking, that's all.
You know, she's not bad for a first try.
You'd better be beautiful. A genius who's terribly rich.
The beauty she got from my daughter. The genius she inherited from me. You better get busy with your contribution, my boy.
The last 9 months I've devoted to you. Now I'm going to have fun. What do you say, sweetheart? Whee! No guts, eh?
I was wondering if you could, thank you. I trust you're keeping a record of these loans, huh? Good night.
Night.
Good night, Angel. Sure you won't come along? You hate me for not holding your hand while you have your baby.
If you held my hand, the next thing I'd hold yours, and the next thing I'd kiss you, and the next thing,
I'd like that.
you're a glutton.
It helps me not to go out.
I can finish this thing tonight.
Please, it's not a thing. It's the great American novel. Charlie, will you still worship me when you're famous? It's even better than the first book. It's beautiful. It's too good for them. Let's send it off tonight.
Wake up. Spit out for good luck. That girl.
This Christmas night, it is 5 years since the end of World War II. Veterans everywhere pray that peace will come with the new year.
Daddy. Daddy. What else, Papa?
English, darling, English.
I had a bad dream.
Grown-ups have them too, darling. I'll get you a glass of milk, huh?
One kiss for the road.
Oh, you're not Ben-Hur. You lost the race.
I need consolation. Hiya, Charlie. I lost the race and your wife won't console me. Hi, Charlie.
Next time, win the race, huh?
Good night.
Look, there. I didn't forget it.
Good night, everybody.
Charlie. Where's Charlie?
You haven't told her yet, huh?
Why spoil her fun?
Why let it spoil yours?
I'm peculiar, that's why. I used up a year of my life trying to write a book. For some unaccountable reason, I thought somebody would want to publish it.
My boy, you're not in the least peculiar. You're merely naive. Now, I knew a publisher once, and he made it a rule never to read a manuscript. Oh, he'd smell it and weigh it and feel its taste. But read it? No. Now, if this manuscript smelt and weighed and felt and tasted like garbage, then he published it. Would you like to know the secret of success? Mediocrity, my boy. To be a rich writer, you've got to remember your 3 R's. Riches, ruffians, rape.
Post bought my cereal, $15,000. How about it? Yeah. Good boy. Hey. Farewell, hacks, forever. $15,000.
Tax-free, too. He could have at least thrown a party for everybody.
Merci beaucoup. Charlie, run down to the police station, will you?
What?
They're holding some crazy American dame. Seems she held up traffic by taking a dive into a fountain at noon today.
Not much of a story, is it?
No, but you know how Americans in Paris love to read about Americans in Paris.
All right. What's her name?
Helen Wells.
That's my girl.
No use acting as if you didn't know me. I'm your wife. Sickness and health and dry clothes and death.
You know how you are with colds. You better go home and change.
We can't go home. Vicky's at the Dingo.
Again?
Isn't she better off in a nice, respectable bistro than all alone at home? It's going to get in the papers?
One more crazy American jumping into one more beautiful fountain. That isn't news anymore. Is that why you did it? To get into print?
I guess it was silly and stupid. But it was fun.
Was it?
Well, almost fun. On the verge of being fun.
Only it never is quite, is it?
No. Somehow it never is. I don't know why. Maybe it's something about Paris or me or the Times or something. It's as if you've got to hurry up. Hurry before... It's like you're trying to find out something terribly important, Tony.
Only you never do.
Oh, come on now. You always laughed at these things. Took a little time, but you laughed.
It isn't that. Campbell just sold a cereal at a Saturday Evening Post for $15,000.
And you hate him for it? Oh, darling, I think that's wonderfully human of you. Finally.
Liserai ce que vous avez fait. À Montparnasse, elle vivra éternellement.
She's saying he's talking so fast.
This is Marcel.
How do you do? Who are you?
He says he's going to immortalize.
Je vous en prie, mademoiselle, un tout petit moment, s'il vous plaît.
What, are you running for office or something?
Oh, you know me, always good for a couple of laughs.
Mrs. Weeds. It's a good thing to make people laugh.
Well, don't I get anything? I paid the fine to get her out of jail.
Voyons, ma chérie, un petit moment, s'il vous plaît. Oui, je vous en prie, merci.
English, Vicky. English.
Papa, I've been waiting to show you. This morning, Mama dressed Muddy.
No, Vicky. Not half and half. All English.
Watch, Daddy, watch.
Hold it. I haven't been kissed yet.
Hey, Charlie.
Barney. You want to see something great? Go on.
Pretty young to be hitting the bottle, isn't she?
It's the floor, darling. Even Pavlova couldn't dance on a floor like this. You all right?
I'm sorry.
Say something nice.
It's swell, kid. Great. The boss wants me on an interview with the Royal Francais. I can't handle it. Got a heavy date. Cover for me, will you? The woman's name is Lorraine Quall.
Who's Lorraine Quall?
Cafe Society. So long, kid. You got a great act there. Great. All it needs is a finish.
Oh, you've got the right finish, haven't you, sweetheart? Right into my arms.
Mr. Wills.
Mrs. Paul. I am Wills from the Europa News Service.
I hate to be late. I'm sorry. And I need a drink. Leon?
Say, Mrs. Squire?
Please. You can skip the usual. Paris is beautiful. American women love Frenchmen. Frenchmen love American women. Prices are too high. I haven't picked out my next husband yet. Might be the bartender. At least he has talent.
You've been interviewed before.
The last time, an hour ago. He wasn't very young or very attractive. The interview was very, very short. You can take your time.
A first trip to Paris?
No. First divorce here, that's all.
Why'd you choose Paris?
I get saddle sores in Reno, and I lose too much money in Las Vegas.
According to our files, you were married 4 times.
3. Annulments don't count. Leon?
Is something wrong?
Is something right? You really can't tell one of my marriages from another without a program. Husband number 1, for love. Failure. Husband number 2, for money. Failure, except for the money in the name Quarrel. Husband number 3, annulment. He forgot to tell me you already had a wife. Husband number 4, a bullfighter. 4 times the best. Haven't had a hit.
Any children involved?
No. And that's my only contribution to humanity. I told you I was a failure. Shouldn't you be writing this down?
Oh, the interview stopped long ago.
Thank you. I'm hungry. What about dinner?
I'm not on an expense account. I'm just a struggling newspaper man.
Well, stop struggling. The dinner is on my 4 husbands. I changed and I'll be right down.
But what about the...
Please, Mr. Wills. At home, my analyst charges $50 an hour to listen to me talk.
Hey, that's my taxi. Charles. Hello, Claude. I'm glad to see you. How have you been? Fine. You look fine. How are you, Marion?
Fine.
You look fine. I'm fine, too. Oh, excuse me. My sister-in-law, Mrs. Mateen, Mr. Mateen, Mrs. Paul.
How do you do?
Claude's with the prosecutor's office.
Oh? I hope we haven't done anything wrong.
Mrs. Quall just arrived in Paris. I'm interviewing her.
How's Helen?
Fine. Oh, and you should see Vicky. She's... You know, we really should see more of each other. After all, family and...
I'll get in touch with Helen in the morning. Good night, Mrs. Crowe. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Charles, I really would like to see you again. Good night.
Good night, Claude. Thank you.
How is Helen?
Now, what's one little wife among all your husbands?
I imagine you'll catch it when you get home.
From Helen? Not Helen. She's the most wonderful, most understanding. Do you mind if we don't go on with the interview? Somehow I'm suddenly cold sober. And it's awfully late. And if I don't get back to the office and do the story,
Can I go with you? To the office, I mean.
Why?
I don't know. Probably never see each other again, and I like to drag the night out a little. And I should see that story.
Well, that office is awful cold and dingy at this hour of the morning.
You'd be surprised how often I feel cold and dingy. I'll be simpatico.
Well, good morning. Now, what's the matter? Oh, Charlie, how could you? Don't Charlie me, sister. What about you? I'm sick and tired of you sitting around these crummy cafes day and night, the darling of every phony, petted by writers who don't write, adored by painters who don't paint. And what do you write? Interviews with useless, sloppy women. At least I don't jump into fountains and lap up all the liquor in Paris. Well, why don't you ask me why I drink, why I jump into fountains? That's right, blame me, blame me. Did I want to stay in Paris? What right have you to criticize me? You're suspicious, you? Ah, that's a laugh. Now you just listen to me.
Good morning, darling.
Helen. Do you realize what time it is?
Does it matter, darling?
It's 8 o'clock in the morning.
It's your turn to take Vicky to school.
Do you realize I've been out all night?
Poor darling. All right, I'll take her to school.
Well, don't you care where I've been?
You look awful. Was it a tough assignment?
I was interviewing a woman.
It's nice. You're a much better copy than that.
She was a rich, beautiful, exciting woman. She was interested in me. Well, don't you even care?
What are you trying to say to her?
I'm trying to say that I love you.
What kind of a woman did you say she was?
How many kinds are there?
Was she really pretty?
I'd lie about it, but Marion saw it, too. Yes, she's very pretty.
Marion?
Well, we ran into Claude and Marion. She'll probably try to build it up into something, but...
Just how rich and how pretty was she?
Oh, shut up.
Oh,
I don't hear a thing, do you?
I'll be back in a minute. Hello? Marion? What? What? Say that again.
It's a lie. You know how Marion has never liked me.
Charlie, we're rich. We're rich.
Oh!
You old fraud. Why didn't you tell us?
I am not old. I couldn't tell you last night because I was celebrating last night. I stopped by Marion's on my way home this morning and had breakfast with her and told her that.
How much are we worth? Marion says that you said that we're stinking rich.
Marion always editorial.